Welcome back. This is the second video of this series where we are redoing my entire backyard. And today's video, we're going to be focusing on this retaining wall that's behind me. In the first video, we were just blasting in here, getting all the excavation and the grades to where they needed to be. And the first step was to get this wall in because we had to hold this whole big bank back from all of the patio work that we were doing down here below. This wall is the E.P. Henry cast stone wall, and the seating wall portion over here is the Unilock's Brussels dimensional block with a copthorn paver accent in it, and then this World of Stones natural stone cap on top of it. It's been in there for about 2 years now. It's 6 courses, so 3 feet, and on both ends we ended the wall with running the wall right into the boulder and cutting the wall block right into the boulder there, as you can see, and even into the pavers. So this was an animal of a project. It probably took me the better part of 3 weeks to get it done, just the wall, with the nights and weekends strategy that we were doing. And give credit to Ben for helping me cut all this cap on. That took a long time, and that capstone was pretty tough to cut. It just wanted to splinter, so it was nice. It was hard to get nice clean cuts on it. But yeah, let's go back to when we had this place blown up and start the construction process. Let's go. Good evening. The 8 to 5 part of the day is done. Actually, it's like 8 to 7. And it was a cooker today. Sun went down, and it's actually cooling off to be pretty manageable out here. And I am gonna be working on finishing up this. Well, I don't know if I'll get it done tonight. I'm gonna try to get at least 2 or 3 more courses put on here. That's how high the wall is gonna be when it's done. But it goes all the way out here. That's a marker for a drain pipe for my paver drain later. And it ends into this boulder out here. So it's like 100 feet long, or like 85 feet, I think, to be exact. Big wall to do by yourself in the evenings and weekends. But after doing outdoor living spaces for 15 years, finally doing the one in my own backyard, and I couldn't be more excited. Come along on the time lapse, so watch me sweat.
What are you doing, Tweet Tweet? Are you eating ice cream? Yummy, yummy.
Chase, what are you eating?
Ice cream bar.
What? Who gave you such sugary things?
I gave it to myself.
My helpers. Happy Saturday evening, people. I don't have much to say. It's been like a 16-hour day of hardscaping. I probably don't even have to tell you how that feels, but for those of you that have never hardscaped, that is a long day, and your back muscles stopped communicating with your brain a long time ago. But we got 2 courses of wall in, seating walls started. Ben helped all day. Really happy with the progress. Wall swoops around there, goes all the way around to the front door. This is one humdinger of a wall. And right now I am putting in my perf drain pipe, and then I'm gonna be putting some clean stone in behind the wall. So, cue the time lapse. It is after the normal workday and evening project. So actually, the last time I was working on this, I managed to get this whole entire wall done. Well, I mean, the wall's in. I still need to put the coping and the cap on top. But I'm really happy how it turned out. Looks fantastic. Wraps around. What I'm really happy about is how we had a crazy bank coming down off the driveway, and I had French drains in here that were designed to catch all the runoff water and keep it away from the house, and it worked. But man, that bank was steep and unwieldy and hard to mow, and this retaining wall just made it so nice where it's manageable grade, not steep at all. Was able to flatten it off a lot. It got too dark on me. I didn't have enough of light to finish cutting in these end blocks into the boulder, so I'll have to do that yet. But overall, all done. Here are my helpers. Hey, Oakley. Curly hair. And Chase. So today, what the order of business is we're going to finish putting the seating wall right here. This is Unilock's Brussels dimensional block. And I'm going to be putting an accent of their copthorn paver in there to give it a contrast, give it some interest. I kind of like how a lot of the projects in Unilock's catalog have accent pieces in like that, and I'm like, I'm going to do that and see how it turns out. We'll put it this way. When you're designing projects for other homeowners, it's like, oh yeah, it's easy. This is the obvious thing that you should do. This is how you should design it. And when it comes to your own place, I turn into a nervous Nelly like, oh man, I don't know if I want to do it that way or this way. And is that a little too crazy? I'm not sure I want to go out on a limb and do something I've never done like that before. But anyway, it's been a lot of fun. And once we get a little bit further along in the project, I'll kind of give you a walk through the design and why we chose to do this and do that, and we'll go from there. So today, I better get cracking and start breaking a sweat on getting some block in here and finishing building the seating wall. All right, pole time. So I'm doing this little accent in the seating wall. Yep, that would be a stroller. Do you like the accent bumped out like that? Or do you like it recessed like this right here? Okay, what we didn't tell you is that was me saying bumped out and my wife saying recessed, and you guys just proved my wife right, so we are rocking and rolling with a recessed accent in this sitting wall. Nothing like a little job site tic-tac-toe, huh, Chase? Uh-oh, that was a dead-end move. You know, I don't know if I've made it plain before, but Ben's a good guy. Just look at him. Over here at my house, cutting cap on a Friday night.
Get a day off from cutting cap.
And then he comes and goes and cuts cap. Okay, I'm not sweating quite as bad as I was back when I was building it. That was hot summer weather, and retaining walls in hot summer weather produce sweat. But anyway, what this wall basically ended up being is I used the EP Henry cast stone wall here because I wanted to have that natural rustic look. I wanted a natural stone coping because I don't like when a concrete product weathers and you see the aggregate at the surface. And then down here, I wanted to break it up and add some interest. And so we put a seating wall here, and we did a 24-inch depth. I hate when you sit down on a seating wall and your back goes straight against it goes right in against the back, and you feel like you're sitting bolt upright and you can't lean back. With a 24-inch bench, you can lean back and relax. And what I like is an 18-inch high seating wall and then an 18-inch high back. It's really natural, kind of like just sit back and rest your arm on the back. But anyway, that's what this was. 24-inch deep seating wall, the Unilock Brussels block with a copthorn accent, EP Henry cast stone wall, and some more of that World Stone natural stone cap. You may have noticed that the block of this wall behind the seating wall was a different product, and I did that because it was cheaper. I didn't need to put those more expensive, beautiful veneer stone looking block buried down in there, so I just used the cheapest block with the same dimensions because nobody will ever see them again. They're purely structural, and that was one way that I saved a few pennies on this project. You can see we made sure we had our drainage output right there to make sure that there's a relief, and I had to do a lot of grading back here behind it's dry right now, so I got the sprinkler running, but I had to do a lot of grading behind this wall to capture the surface water that runs down, so it doesn't run over the wall but runs around it. That was tough to do, and probably still isn't. It's not perfect, but it does capture 95% of the water and takes it around. That's what you want to do. You don't want the water coming over your wall. Water is what damages and destroys retaining walls. But anyway, that's a rundown of the project. Cue up some beauty shots of the finished version, and we'll see you in part 3 on the next video.